Hi everyone, welcome again on my channel. Today we will see next topic in this video series, that is quota agreement in SAP MM. So we'll cover two aspects in this, one in ACC and as for HANA, and what exactly change about source determination, a bit not in detail, that we'll cover in detail source determination, but in this topic we will see all about quota agreement with MRP, without MRP, and all aspect. So let's go into video. Before that, if you are new on my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. Also share this video with your friends and colleagues that might help them to learn or understood quota arrangement. So let's dive into the video. So basic about quota. So what is a quota exactly, or quota agreement? So quota name itself suggests that quota means some sort of decided percentage or quantity for particular thing. But in SAP or in procurement, the quota agreement nothing but it divides the material, requested material, among the certain vendors. So let's say for your material, particular material, you have more than one sources of supply or multiple vendors delivering that material, and you want to allocate some quota depending on quantity or percentage. That can be done using quota agreement. So in PR or through MRP, you system will assign automatically predefined quota according to certain rules. So that is nothing but the quota, and how to arrange that quota in SAP MM, that we will see through quota agreement. So determine this quota amount. We define quota rating, and system give highest priority to lower quota rating. So there is a formula to calculate the quota rating. So quota rating depend on the allocated quantity plus base quota quantity divided by quota. So let we will see all that detailed formula in next slide. So how uh, system decides quota rating. So we will see that. I will show you if in further session how that formula is calculated and how everything happens. So as I said already, the sources with the lowest quota presenting the valid source. So according to this formula, whatever vendor have lowest quota rating, that vendor will get selected. Then max quota will be selected if quota rating is same. So in case of, let's say you have just created quota agreement, that time your quota rating will be 0 for all vendors because it's first time you are ordering that particular material. In that case, system will select quota rating depending on highest quota rating, highest quota. Then system select vendor with the minimum quota rating first, I already told, and in case quota rating same, then max quota will be selected. So we will see quota agreement T code. So these all are the quota agreement T codes, but mostly we will use only MEQ1. Rest you must know, but that's fine. It's not needed, but you must know MEQ1, then MEQB to revise quota, and all this, but mostly one is fine, rest are okay, it's good to know but not needed really. And these are the tables that gives you detail about quota on table level, so you can go and check if anything is need to be checked or any analysis need to be done, then these tables are there that you can use for header and item level. So now we will see what exactly change in terms of quota determination in ECC and S/4HANA. So first I will discuss about logic about in ECC, how it worked in ECC and how it now work in S/4HANA. So once you run planning event, maybe through MRP, then system will check if in material master you have activated this quota tick. Then system will check even though you have activated quota tick, but if quota agreement maintained using MEQ1 T code, if it is so, then system will do quota agreement, and depending on source list, it will go ahead. Forget about all this left hand side part. It is all about source determination. We are not interested in that now, that I will cover in source determination video. Now we will compare this with S/4HANA, what exactly changed. So this is the S/4HANA logic where you will see no source list is mandatory. Depending on your valid info record, everything will work fine. So here planning event, it will check if quota is maintained. If yes, then quota agreement, depending on quota agreement, it will select vendor and it will go ahead with PR. So source list is no more mandatory in S/4HANA. So that's the only difference from quota perspective in ECC and S/4HANA. So now we will go into the system. So what is exactly flow for quota agreement and what is exactly needed. So first thing is you must have vendor, not only vendor, but vendors, multiple sources of supply you must have. It's a standard vendor, no need to create something different that is needed, just basic vendor you needed. No need to modify or change anything. Then next requirement is you must have material and that material must have activated quota agreement uses. So I will now go into system and we will see everything step by step. So for our reference, I have created few vendors that I will use already. It's just standard vendor, so no need to worry. So I have created this all business partner or vendors that I will use today. Then I will create now one material. So I will run T code mm01. Then select whatever required. In my case, I am just selecting by default whatever coming. Then we are interested in basic data view, purchasing view, MRP, but I will go into MRP later on. Then general data and accounting one. Here for quota, we must have purchasing view. So I will go ahead. I'm using standard SAP defined plant and company code. Test quota agreement. Then I'm just giving all the required details, not giving all the details, but only mandatory fields I am providing, not all. So if you go in this section, other data and manufacturing data, you will see here quota agreement uses, and we are interested in this if we want to use quota agreement. So if you click, you will see here that so when this will be used quota agreement. So in case of purchase order, scheduling lines, plan order, purchase requisition, MRP, and production order. So in all these cases, this will get selected. So depending on our requirement, we can select 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever suits your business. I'm selecting 4 here so that quota will select all the details. So this is the only change apart from normal material we do here in quota agreement if we want to use quota agreement. Else everything is the same from material perspective, and one more is there in MRP, but that I will cover later. So let's go into the basic material and we will see how this quota works. So I'm just giving mandatory detail again, not all. So yeah, this is my material. So okay, it's created. So it's 326262. I will just take a note of this material for reference 326262. So that is my material for quota. Okay, so I have material, I have vendors. So now I will again jump into our presentation. So what is next required? So I have vendors, that is normal, I have created initially itself. Then quota agreement uses in material master that we have activated. The next mandatory thing is we must have purchasing info record for the vendors and material combination. So I will maintain that now. So ME11, it's again normal purchasing info record, no need to change anything. So I'm maintaining purchasing info record, and also here also no any special requirement is here. I'm just maintaining normal details that usually needed in purchasing info record. And I will save first one. Similar way I will maintain for rest of the vendors as well. So I will try to do here for maybe 3 or 4 vendors. Okay, so second I have maintained now, then I will maintain for third vendor as well. Similar, nothing change. I'm maintaining everything similar here, but you can maintain like as per your business requirement. I'm just maintaining to test or show the example, but at actual in real scenario you might have different requirements, so maintain your info record accordingly. But for test you can maintain, so I will select fourth vendor as well. Okay, so far what I did, I have created vendors, then I have created material master data with the quota agreement activation tick for whatever level I needed, and now I have maintained purchasing info record as well. Now next is important that, so all these three are pretty much because we have used this in many scenarios so far. Only this quota agreement tick is something different that we saw in material master, but rest all are same. Now we will jump into the quota agreement and how to maintain quota. So T code is for that we already saw, that is MEQ1. So now we will maintain the quota. So before that, let's say how we gonna work. So let's say for this vendor, I want to give 25% of my quota. Then for this vendor, let's say I want to give 40% of my quota. And for this particular vendor, whatever I procure, I want to give this 40, 50, 60, 65, so 35% of quota. So altogether, if I sum up this, it will be 100. Okay, here I will reduce this to 40. So now it's 100. Okay. So let's say now we have 4 vendors and we want to give the percentage of quota. Out of that, I will cover this fourth later. But let's say among these 3 vendor, I have to divide 100%. So I will give 25% for first vendor, then might be 40% for second vendor, and then let's say how much remaining, 35% for the third vendor. So altogether it is 100. Yeah, it is 100. 35, 25, 40. Yeah, it is 100. So let's say how we will achieve this. So yeah, let's go into the system and check how it will work. So I will jump in back into the system before maintaining quota. So I will run MEQ1 T code. Then this is the my material. So give your material and plant. So system pick it automatically because I recently created. Then press enter. Yeah. So once you press enter, you will get this screen. So in this screen, uh, till how long you want to keep this valid. So let's say I want this list for maybe a year or month. For example, I'm taking only 1 month ahead from now. Then this material quantity split, we will see that during the MRP run, so no worry about it, just press enter. Then select this line item and click here, press on item, or you can press F7, whatever suits you. So once we go inside, we will see item level in quota agreement, and this will be the screen where first is procurement type, so whether it is external procurement or internal. So definitely I will use F for external procurement. Then who is my supplier? So let's say first supplier is test one. Then how much we decided to give for first supplier is 25%. So here quota. So this is the quota that we were talking. So I will give 25% here. So it will pick automatically. Then maximum quantity, quota based quantity and all this we will see later. First I will cover only this, how this quota will work, basic things, and then I will cover like all the rest of details. So how much we are planning? 40%. Then for third vendor we are planning 35%, let's say. Yeah. So see here percentage has been changed. So now 25% quota will go to the vendor 1, vendor 2 will go with 40 and vendor 3 will go with 35, and save this quota agreement. So we have saved successfully this quota agreement. Now what we will see, what is the next? So far we have created material vendor info record and we have created quota agreement. Now we will see how exactly system pick this quota when we create purchase requisition or when we run MRP. Run T code ME51N, or you can in MRP as well, but we will test in PR first. So I will provide my material, that is 236262. Then let's say I need 100 quantity. Then my plant is 0001, storage location is the same. Then press enter, providing all required detail. Then once this appear, you go into the source of supply and click here assign source of supply. But before that, just see which vendor will get selected. So far we have maintained these three vendors in quota, and now we will see. So we know the rule for this. There are selection criteria where, okay, let me jump into the slides and there I can show you. Yeah. So if we have checked one rule, yeah. So if system select always with minimum quota rating first, if not, if all the vendors have same rating, then system will select with maximum quota. So let's see how it works in system. So we will identify as per formula which vendor should appear here. So now we have this formula quota rating, but it will not be applicable in initial phase because my quota allocated quantity is 0 as of now. So if I go into quota screen, I can show you that. So here my quota allocated quantity is 0. Once I start creating purchase requisitions, this quantity will get add on. And quota based quantity will be blank unless until we define. So I will explain here. So as per this, now highest quota vendor should appear. So here highest quota vendor is 40. So this is the highest quota allocated. So vendor 2 should appear. So let's check if it is appearing. So I have done a source assignment. Now here we can see. So BP test is appearing and quota agreement working fine. So if I save this PR and I go into the quota agreement screen, we will see there allocated quantity will get updated. For that I have to go again into the quota agreement and again go into the item level. Here now you can see for this 100 quantities added into allocated quantity. So now if I try to calculate the rating of this vendor, how it will come. So for let's say BP01, I want to calculate its rating, how it will come. So BP01, so if I want to calculate its quota rating, then it will be quota allocated quantity. So allocated quantity is 100 plus base quantity is still 0, then divide by its quota is 40%. So this is how we calculate, and if we calculate this we will get something 2.5%. So this will be the quota rating for this BP. So it will be, sorry, this BP. So its rating will be 2.5%. Then I will try to do two more purchase requisition and we will see how this quota is working. So I will edit existing PR. I will not create new PR, but I will try to add two more line item in same PR. I'm adding line items in same purchase requisition. So now if we check as per our test, so now highest quota is assigned here 35%. So this should get selected. Although one vendor has 2.5 quota rating, but if I calculate for this vendor, so let's say in this scenario, if I calculate for BP, sorry, this is for BP2, not 1. Yeah. So BP3, if I calculate now, it will be 0 divided by 35. It will be still no quota rating. So definitely this will get selected amongst BP1 and BP3 because 35 is max quota. So let's say if system selecting right one, see system selected right one. If I add one more here, let's say with again same 100 quantity, so now system has no option than selecting. So for this now this BP3, if I after adding now it come 100 divided by 35 because, so let's calculate how much it will be. It will be something 2.9 or something. Let's see, 100 divided by 35, it will be 2.8, 2.85 or 2. Yeah. Then now system has option of only this is the one. It has max quota because two of these have now rating 2.857. Okay. So check if third one is appearing now. Here it is. So now system work as per quota assigned to each vendor. And now we will see like for BP1 also what will be the quota rating. So 100 divided by how much? 25%. So its quota will be 4% or its rating will be 4. Now I will save this purchase requisition. And we will go again back into the screen of quota agreement where we will see this allocated quantity will get updated and we will see now how next vendor will get calculated and what will be the ratings. So it will keep working like this only. So now all of this vendor have same allocated quantity. It might vary depending on your requirement. Okay. So now if I go into PR screen again and let's say I am ordering one more quantity. So let's say now I am ordering only 50 quantity, not 100. I need only 50 for this month. So how quota will get selected? Let's calculate manually first and then we will jump. So here, which vendor have minimum quota rating? So that is this one BP02 because 2.85 is bigger than 2.5 and 4 is bigger than both of them. So let's see how it will work. So now system should select BP02, that is this vendor. Let's check. So I have added, let's assign source of supply. So see, it selected right vendor. So this will work by it will keep selecting vendor automatically. Let's say I delete all these PRs. No, I will show in another example for MRP. Forget about this. So I will jump into the slides again. Okay. Yeah. So where we were here. Yeah. And after you can convert that PR into the your following cycle like POGRIR or whatever suits your business. So whatever decided cycles you can go ahead. But quota agreement, this is how it works, and quota have highest priority in source determination than your other determination of sources. Then next we will see quota based quantity. So how it will affect. So I will take a same example how this base quantity affects. So let's say now I am adding another vendor in your quota agreement, that is vendor 4, and I am reducing percentage of this vendor to 35 and this vendor to 30. So I am giving quota of 10 to this vendor. But now see, this vendor is added recently, so its allocated quantity is 0. So he will get an advantage here because this vendor is added recently. So anyway, I will reduce. Okay, now forget about this, but I will just show you how he will get advantage here because all other vendor have quota rating, but this vendor will not have quota rating. In that case, we can give base quantity of, let's say all these vendor have 100. So I will give this vendor also 100. So in that case, now if I check quota rating for fourth vendor, this will also get changed, but I will just concentrate on fourth. So let's say for BP4, if I calculate quota rating, it will be again 100 divided by its quota is 10, so its rating will come 10. So this is how we stop unnecessary advantage for this newly added vendor or this three vendor because he added recently. He should not get unnecessary advantage. That's why we give quota based quantity here. So this is the quantity used to control quota agreement when new sources are identified or added or included in the quota agreement. So quota, this is the number indicating the portion of the total requirement of material that is to given assigned to the particular source or vendor. So this way we can control, and this we have already seen what all fields will get considered in this. Then next one is quota agreement in MRP. So here it's completely different. If quota agreement we consider with MRP because we create our PR through MRP or manual T code like ME51N. So how it will work? So in case of quota agreement with the splitting, the quota quantity and quota rating is ignored. So what is that splitting? So we will see first this. So while creating material, so I have already created material and I will take an example of that. I will show you in the system that I have created initially material. So I am interested here in MRP views. Just a moment. Okay, this is the material for MRP. Okay, I will select this here. So I'm interested in MRP views. So I will select MRP views and I will go into this and I will show you what is the maintenance. So here everything is same. Here also everything is same and quota activated here. Then in MRP, so if you use this lot sizing procedure as a ES, so ES nothing but the lot for lot order quantity with splitting. In some system it might not exist, then you have to maintain this in system where you can maintain. So this is the configuration path where you have to create a new lot sizing procedure, and in this these two are important and this splitting quota is important. This is the setting that you can do in case in your system it is not exist. So I have maintained this. Then minimum quantity for splitting in quota specifies the splitting quota, the minimum quantity that a lot must have in order to be served or sources of supply planning run. So let's see in system how this MRP will work with quota agreement. So I have already created this material. Then in other views, nothing, it's all similar, only here I have maintained external procurement. Then here availability check and MRP4 I haven't maintained anything. And if I go again in MRP1, so this is I have maintained MRP type VB and the reorder point is 100. So that is the one thing. You can change this as well, like as per your business requirement, but check like how it suits your business and then you can decide. Also, I have maintained purchasing info record for this as well. So now what I will do, I will go into the MRP and I will show you how it is working. Before that, we will see quota agreement maintained for this particular material as well. So this is the material. So if I go into the items, so see quantity maintained here is 25, 45, 30. Okay. So what as per our slides, in case of quota agreement with splitting, quota quantity and quota rating is ignored. So this formula of quota agreement, so this formula quota rating, quota allocated plus quota based quantity divided by quota will not work in MRP splitting. So let's see whether it is work or not. So I have this quota agreement maintained. Now I will run MRP for this particular material. So let's see how it works. Okay, so now I will run MD02, then click here, display result prior to saving, then press enter, then press enter. So here now we can see that system ignored all quota rating and directly created purchase requisition in the given quantity. So if I open quota agreement created for this into similar screen, we can see here. Yeah, so see here. So this is my maintained quota quantities and as it is system picked it because why it done so because in my material my reorder point was 100, so this altogether 100 and system picked quantity. If it was 200 then it might become 90, 60 and 50. So system in MRP ignore this quota rating formula and system consider directly quota quantities or quota allocation percentage as it is. So this is how it works with MRP. Next we will see in quota agreement there is one more detail. So about this minimum quantity split. So we talked in slide about minimum split quantity, but what it will do. So let's say first if I go here inside and I have maintained three vendors and the reorder point for this MRP is 100, and if I maintain minimum split quantity is more than 100 for let's say 101, then during MRP run system will consider only first vendor that has a quota. So here in this case system will create PR directly for this vendor. So let's see. So now I have maintained here minimum quantity split is 101 and if I try to run MRP system will select only one vendor and it will ignore two because I have given minimum split there more than my requirement. So let's see what will be the result. So see now system ignored all other vendor and selected one because I have set minimum split. So if next time I run again this, it will select different vendor, next vendor like that. But it has minimum split more than reorder point, so it's selected like this. So that's the use of this minimum split here in quota agreement, this minimum split. So this can be used if you want to give like specific cycle vendor, so you can utilize that. Then next, maximum quantity, minimum quantity, and lot size. So what is the maximum quantity? So let's say I will go again into the quota. Okay, this is the another material I have created for lot size example. So also I have maintained uh, purchasing info record for this material as well, because I cannot create all this all together while explaining, so I have created prior. Okay, and here. So if I go, let's say I will remove this for a while because we are not interested in this. So I'm interested in maximum quantity. So let's say if I maintain some maximum quantity here, for here, let's say I maintain like 30 maximum quantity for this particular vendor, or let's say 40 maximum quantity. So system will not create more than that quantity in next occurrence. So let's say I'm creating purchase requisition now. What is my material? Okay, 6261. Let's say 40, 40, 40, 40. Then plant. Yeah. So what this maximum quantity will do, so we will go with one by one. So for first line item, I am assigning source of supply. So system will assign BP2. Why BP2? Because in my quota, not this, where is that quota? MEQ1. Okay, so here I have maintained maximum quantity 40, and here highest quota is BP2, so BP2 selected. Then I will go to the next item, BP3 selected. Then again BP1 will get selected because of its quantity allocated. Now for fourth one, although if I go into quota, this BP have maximum quantity here, maximum quota, and even we take a quota rating, this will have max quota rating, but I have provided 40 quantity, so system will not select this BP again, and it will skip that BP because its quota of 40 quantity has been utilized or already for duration. So next BP will come different BP. So see, BP3 came but not BP2, because it's whatever quantity we mentioned here, that is already utilized. So this is the use of this maximum quantity. Then we have seen maximum quantity, base quantity. Then we will jump again into the slides. Then maximum lot size per quota item. So what it is, for example, let's I will remove this, and let's say I give maximum lot size of here, let's say 25 for this particular one, and I saved. And let's say I ran MRP for this. Now I will not go into PR screen, but I will prefer MRP, so we will check if it is working. MD02. Okay, display result prior to saving. Press enter, press enter. Uh, uh, Okay, run md02 display presenter. So see what system did, although this vendor, where is that quota screen? Yeah, although this vendor has the highest quota quantity. Yeah, so okay, yeah, here my reorder point is 200 for this material. So this vendor get 40, so highest quota quantity is 25. So even though this vendor got assigned around 25 to 50, 75, 80, 80 quantity got to this vendor, still he haven't created more than 25 quantity lot size. So it will restrict lot size and it will create next PRs for that lot size. So see, it has created 4 PRs for assigned quantity, but none of PR is more than 25. So it stick to the lot size. Then I will not save this to explain next concept, that is, yeah, one more thing. If I tick this and save this and again I ran MRP, system will now assign only one portion to this vendor in every run, but it will not get repeat. So see, after activating that, system only given him 25% and it's not got repeated. Why? Because in quota agreement, I have activated the tick. So 1x means it will utilize only once but not twice. So I am removing this and now we will see minimum quantity allocation. So if I provide 81, so minimum size of quota will be at least 81. It will not create quota smaller than 81. Here, what was the concept? It will not create quota more than 25. That example we took. Here, system will not create quota more than 81 if I give 81. So let's say I save this and I will run MRP again. Okay, I will come back. I will not save this PR. Okay, now if I run again, so system will assign 81 quantity in that case. So see, for this vendor, minimum quota is 81. That's why it's assigned 81 quantity. So lot size will be minimum 81. It max can be more, but minimum at least it will be 81. So that's why we use this max and min lot sizes. Okay. So this is all from quota. So yeah, we already saw this max and minimum quantity. So then summary, what we saw in quota agreement. So yes, we create vendor. Then in case of ECC, we will create vendor or BP in S4 HANA. Then this next one is the important where we create a material master with quota agreement tick assigned in it. Then we one step is missing here. So we also maintain purchasing info record for this. So that is the missing here. Then we maintain quota in MEQ1, then we create PR through MRP or maybe MA51N, and then the next follow-on procedure. So this is how we perform quota agreement and all scenario along with this. So thank you for watching. In case you have any questions, please put in the comment section and I will try to answer those. See you in the next video. Bye for now. Thanks.